never smoked me, you couldn't handle my substance. He gave me life and assured me abundance. I don't speak broke, sis, I am abundant. My ex, yeah, he's a clown, making fake pages to watch me now. Climbing to the top, they can't stop me now. Got so much sauce, trying to squirt me now. Got my foot on their next nine, letting up. They stomp the yard, time to step it up. Got my foot on their next nine, letting up. They stomp the yard, time to step it up. 2 shows, 3 magazines, been on the radio, I'm not stopping. Wrote a book, best-selling author, my God keeps me popping. I'm affiliate, a life coach, my stock keeps on rising. Wednesdays at 8 o'clock on Facebook, they're watching. You see me? Candy cold, you see me, you see me. All right. So we are here for convos and cocktails, okay?
But we already started having cocktails.
We definitely started having cocktails. This concoction that I done created,
It has me nice already.
because it's like really, it's not strong. Well, I don't know. You what you think?
It's very. It doesn't taste strong, but it's a high alcohol.
There's a lot of alcohol in it,
Yeah.
but it don't seem like there's a lot of alcohol in it. Hey, so we're gonna get into your homegirl.
It's my homegirl.
All right, so I'm just trying to make sure everybody got it, like, share the show and all that. Yes, we are up late. This is, the convos and cocktails. So whoever joins it, and who don't, because it's cold outside. And I don't hang outside in the street when it's cold.
The weather getting better though.
You think so?
Yeah, when I was on my way here about 9, it was nice.
Girl.
And I had on my toes out. I had flip flops.
Oh, you thinking like a white person?
Yes.
Okay, she was embracing her inner Caucasian woman. Okay. Oh, let me put it up here so we can see who comment over here. So we doing a lot in here today. So did y'all watch Reesa Tessa? Have any of y'all seen Reesa Tessa?
She's going viral on TikTok right now.
She getting money off of all the dummies.
Yes. I don't think that.
Okay.
So I saw a TikTok creator who said people are paying her the same way you pay for subscriptions. Mm-hmm. So she's creating content and people are paying for the content.
Absolutely.
So that's like whether her story is
so are we talking like the white lady all night long, or what are we doing? I need to know. I need to know. So this is funny because y'all get to see how me and my friends interact, like in real life. So
that's how you gonna do it.
Yeah, because she's.
That's how my professional voice.
But so you trying to be professional? Or
Yes, professional.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But my voice is like.
Let her integrate her
a little bit.
Go ahead. She got Rona.
Don't do that. I'm just saying, whether she's embellishing her story or not, she's definitely going viral and she's definitely making money. And people pay for Netflix, they pay for Zeus. Yeah. So it's the same. I wouldn't personally pay. I don't think she was a victim in it all, but I guess we'll get into that.
And I am so shocked. Listen, me and her don't ever agree. Okay, so Facebook, they said I watched it. Okay, yeah, y'all up late. Yeah, we here. We out. We here.
Outside.
We outside. Yeah, so I'm shocked that you don't feel like she was a victim. So
by the end of the story, I actually felt bad for him. Okay. I don't know how many of you watched it, but I actually felt a little bad for him by the end of it. Okay.
So by the end of it, you felt bad for him. Hold on, let me mute all this stuff. All right, we see how we got all of those technical stuff.
Yeah, it's official.
You understand? You understand? Hold on. So I'm just shocked because, like I said, I keep saying it. We don't ever agree on anything. No. Ever. No. Ever. Like, she's always... I don't even want to say devil's good advocate. She just always gives somebody the benefit of the doubt, and there's no benefit in doubt.
You know, I'm always able to see everyone's perspective.
And I'm not?
I think you can, but that's not the
Well, she already told me I definitely don't have a popular opinion about stuff.
No, she doesn't share popular opinion.
Yeah. Never. I've never had a popular opinion.
She doesn't share popular opinion.
But however, for me, I definitely see all sides to everything.
Yeah.
Get down. Did you go in the cage? I feel like I definitely see all sides of it. But this is me.
I think
with
I
everything.
I don't
I just
like
don't
somebody's
bend.
wrong.
Yeah.
Your perspective, your way of doing things, your decision making isn't necessarily wrong just because it's different from mine. Yeah. But you'll be like, no, it's dumb. Because I'll be like, no, that was her decision, and she'd be like, no, it's dumb. Like, you can't call somebody's decision. They might have signed up for a bad bargain, but it was their decision at that time.
Oh, so we're talking about Reesa Tessa? Is that what
period?
you're talking
That's
about?
how we all period.
Yeah, so we just be beefing, but it's a collective cool beefing. But I was so shocked that we were like on the same page with this Reesa Tessa thing. So
almost on the same page. We different on something.
Oh, you want to get here and say we? I mean, okay. Well, you know what? You're right, because she watched it. Let's put that.
She got to episode 26.
So I was not going to watch it. And y'all share your thoughts, and I'll even. Oh, you know what? And I'm even gonna put the link to it. So
she got me drunk before we.
Yeah, because I need the real hard to come through. Okay. That even if you want to chime in, like I said, if you want to call in, you can call in. You don't have to put your face on the camera. You could just do whatever. Hey, Bonita girl. So with Reesa Tessa, I'm shocked. Like I said, I was shocked that we kind of agreed to a degree on it, right? So I didn't watch all of it. It was hard for me to watch it.
Why was it hard for you to watch it?
Because I just feel like she was dumb. So it was very hard for me to watch it. It was very, 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 very hard for me to watch it because at first it wasn't clicking. Like I just had no interest in it, right? Secondly, the first one was enough for me. So she made me because she's into. So when I come here with like the gossipy stuff, she's the one in charge of that section. But so she'll make it interesting. And somehow I just was like, okay, where you been at, gossip lady? Because she had missed like all this tea with a lot of stuff. And I was telling her about it, and I was like, look, I can't watch it. So she was like, well, how about this? In order for me and you.
Because I hadn't watched it either.
Yeah, she hadn't.
I saw it. Yeah. Let's just say everybody's eating off of the Reesa Tessa saga. You have people doing makeup get readies with me, fashion get readies with me, psychologists, body language experts. Yeah. Any content creator under any genre on TikTok is eating based off of that algorithm right now. Yeah. And I'm not mad at it.
So Shanice said not enough drama.
Is that why you couldn't get into it?
Is that why I couldn't get into it? No, because I don't really like drama.
Why you couldn't get into it?
I couldn't get into it because I feel like she was dumb. Like that's what she wanted me to say.
I don't feel like she was dumb.
But listen.
I feel like she was a non-participant.
We have what you say. We have our own opinions, right? So she just wanted me to come and just not be politically correct, which I'm not anyway. But okay, hold on.
I can't believe you got me drunk.
Yes. So right, that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she was a red flag herself. Mm-hmm. She Reesa Tessa was definitely a red flag from the get-go. Mm-hmm. So when you did, she was like, well, let's watch it so that me and you can have a conversation about it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay. And then she showed me a cheat sheet, how you can speed it up.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I was like, yo, I'm not going to sit and watch this. So she showed me how to speed it up. So it was like the 10-minute
was like 5.
I'll say like 3.
Oh shit! Okay, 3.
So to me, so the 10-minute, hold on, you about to get put in the cage, child. You about to get put in the cage. The 10-minute videos when she showed me how to speed through it turned into like 3 minutes for me. Yeah. So that was good. But it was the first episode for me. So then I even asked, because these are people's lanes, right? So I even had Coach.
Right, love that.
I told Coach about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm, like, hey, I think this would be good for you, whatever. And he was like, he couldn't even get past 6 because he had already had a fucking headache. He was like, I can't do it. Like, I just can't do it. Okay. So I felt that same way. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't get with it. Now, where we began. Well, I feel like she was a red flag. Okay, so I believe.
No, hold on. Reesa Tessa.
Yeah, let her do that.
Reesa Tessa.
I'm gonna put him in the cage. You talk to them.
Okay. Reesa Tessa is a 25-part. I'm sorry for my voice. I'm not feeling that well.
Come here.
But Reesa Tessa is a 52-minute. Oh no, 52.
She intoxicated. It's a 50 series.
50. It's a 50-part series on TikTok, and she details how she met her ex-husband on a dating site Hinge, and actually they matched through Facebook dating. And within 2 weeks of meeting each other, they met in 2020, right before the COVID shutdown. So within 2 weeks of meeting each other, they move in together, and within
red flag,
which is a red flag.
That was the first red flag.
Yes, and within 2 months, she's pregnant.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Not Sally.
Yo, we've been drinking.
Why that's why we gotta get that backstory.
Yeah, you
and how they met.
You do the backstory.
Okay, but that's basically within 2 weeks of meeting each other, they moving in together. She was very impressed by, and I think it's important to note for me, she was very much impressed.
Yeah, she is the friend that studies psychology.
Yes, hey Shanice. She was very impressed by the things. Materialistic things. She was impressed by his job title. She got a flat on their first date, and he came in with
like the night
shiny rescue
night armor thing.
He held her hand as they walked into the restaurant.
Yeah, like the fact that
he put all his cards on the table the first day, like, I want marriage and kids and family, and I'm like, hey girl, and that's what a lot of women want.
Yeah.
So I think that was disarming. That disarmed her in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually thought about how, like, Cassie, if you look at her deposition, she talked about.
Here she go.
No, I relate.
Yeah,
it's the same.
Cool.
Because you talk about, was Cassie a victim in the Diddy shit?
Well, Cassie was definitely a victim. I feel like they were all. No, I feel like not. Reesa Tessa was definitely not a victim. Let's start there. Cassie, I don't feel like she started off as a victim. But to me, with anything,
she signed
once
up
you
for
become aware, you are no longer a victim. You are a volunteer.
People sign up for bad.
She was a volunteer,
right? And sometimes we make decisions. We know when we make decisions, and we fuck around and sign up for a bad bargain. You fuck around and find out. Cassie, in her deposition to the court, talks about Diddy showering her with XYZ, what car he sent to pick her up. The same thing with Teesa. In the beginning, they are impressed by this lifestyle, this promise of this lifestyle.
Absolutely.
But go off, sis.
No, I'm listening.
This number 2.
Yeah, we're going
to have no.
What?
You can't.
You was not supposed to drink it that fast. You was not supposed to drink it that fast.
This has Hennessy, Casamigo, Stella. With a Stella roll.
Yeah, everything in here. Facebook, some people do be willing participants. Absolutely.
Yes, people sign up for bad bargains.
Yeah, whatever. However you want to call it. So I feel like she was a red flag from the beginning because of the fact, okay, it's a COVID situation. Let's start there. Yes. I did a whole series in 2020 on COVID relationships and how they play out in different things. Mm-hmm. It may not apply to all, but I did a whole genre on this. And it's funny because she fell under the COVID show that I actually did. So when in doubt, go back about 3 years, okay? Mm-hmm. But the fact that they did go on a date, they got, for one, because I know it works for some and it doesn't work for others, but we have to be mindful. She met him on the internet. Mm-hmm. She met him on a dating site. People pretend to be different versions of themselves on the internet. Mm-hmm. So we do know that. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But let's look at that as well. That is another way to meet somebody. Mm-hmm. Secondly, they go ahead. He did show up.
But that's a whole topic.
Yeah,
how are people meeting people nowadays?
That's a whole nother topic.
It's like men are scared nowadays.
Well, that's because they only want to be men. Amen. These days. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. She did that, right? She said, freaking that they went out, they were together every day, all day, for 2 weeks straight. First red flag, okay?
Why? That's a red flag.
Because that falls into the whole coming too much too soon. So when things
I don't agree with that.
You don't got to.
If I enjoy
when things
your
start
company,
off, but when things start off fast,
yes,
it's usually
I'm not disputing that.
It's usually not a good thing when things start off extremally fast.
Okay.
The fire burns out quickly.
Okay.
Just my thoughts, right? So
I think naturally, if you enjoy somebody's company,
you naturally want to be with them all the time. Absolutely, I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
But too fast, too soon is a thing. Clearly, in this, right?
Yeah, I'm not disputing that.
So she went ahead. All right, after the 2 weeks, then she said the governor shut everything down, and Atlanta was
not shut down like Maryland was shut down. I feel like
right, but we do have some people that wanted to agree with the okay, we can't fault her for wanting to be by us cautious and shut herself in. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to that face. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So like I said, I only got to 23. She got through all 50. The coach got the 6. So I ain't have the damn brain capacity to digest it all. She was an idiot. But outside of that, right?
She wasn't an idiot.
Okay, but this is my opinion.
She made out in the end.
Listen, well, you also said you felt like
I felt bad for him.
Yeah. So listen, right? This is what I'm trying to get people to break down to see, because I don't believe that
Not fake it until you make it.
yes, fake it until you make it. Okay. So what I'm saying is, look at that, keep them wanting more. Teaser trailer movie. So this is what I'm saying, and on like a little serious note, these are things that we really look.
Is that Coach saying teaser trailer movie?
Yeah,
it is him.
Yeah,
oh, I knew that. That's him.
Yeah,
I knew that was.
So there are things that we will overlook when we like a person. I'm not disputing that, but the point of the matter is, in an all serious note, after she said that they found out that the governor was shut down, they were shutting everything down. She wanted to know. She said they.
She said they were in discussion about where they were quarantining, his condo, his studio condo, or her.
You're not going to tell me that this lady who was desperate to sign up for this man wanted to. She used the word "they" for the internet, but I believe. Just my thoughts.
So okay, go ahead.
I believe it was her, because she said, "I didn't want to be alone during lockdown."
Okay.
So you are willing to lock yourself in. This is why I said she's a red flag, yo.
Go on.
She was willing to lock herself in with a complete stranger after knowing him for 2 weeks. And I want us to sit on that for a minute. Hold on. Let that run, because you might do something like that. I'm not gonna do something like that.
I don't know shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Let's that's why I said she was a red flag. So let's sit.
I hope we got to sit on it.
Let's sit until I get a little jet. Because she moved him in, and granted, don't get me wrong, cool, she's taking accountability all the way through. I would too, because
that's not what
I'm trying to finish mine. Because because if you wasn't, baby girl, the internet was going to eat you up. So let's be real. Were you really taking accountability because you wanted to?
Or let me save it for
let me save face for the internet because they're going to tear me up. Yeah. Let's keep it a bean. That we ain't about to be sugarcoating. Keep it a bean, or you want to look crazy, right? So you move somebody in with you after knowing him for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. You met a stranger on an app and moved him in after 2 weeks because you didn't want to be alone.
It's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
So what I don't think, and I'm a half glass full. That's what you was trying to say while we differ. I think this man, she wasn't a victim. She acknowledges that she made decisions throughout her story, that she made decisions to excuse his lies, right? But that doesn't negate that he is a pathological liar, which is evident by.
And it doesn't negate that she's pathologically stupid.
Hold on, let me finish. Which doesn't negate, not that she's stupid, which doesn't negate that he is a pathological liar who has a history of lying to women, right?
Okay.
So I think Candace is dismissing.
No, we're not going to think.
Let me finish my statement.
Don't think
Let
for
me
me
finish
because
my
I'm right
statement.
here. You
don't got to
think for
Don't
me.
do me because my voice messed
No,
up.
you don't
my
have
voice
to.
messed up, but I can't get as loud.
You don't have to think for me because
No,
I'm very well present.
Candace is dismissing the possibility of suggestion.
No.
What I mean by that is the power of suggestion. Somebody could throw, damn, I'm gonna miss you while we quarantine.
We talked about that.
I know.
Yes.
That is the power of suggestion.
Absolutely.
So it might have been her idea. Well, let's quarantine together. Mm-hmm. But you don't know if this pathological liar who has a history of this behavior with all of his exes that are short-lived marriages. He had 2 marriages that were like 6 months long. Her marriage was 6 months long. He has a history. Yeah. So that means he knows how to manipulate. So you can't dismiss that the power of suggestion may have been a factor. That he might have been like, I'm gonna miss you.
And we talked about this before. I said I definitely understood.
So why are you assuming it was her saying, let's move it together because I don't want to be by myself?
Just because
just
because she's voluntarily did everything else. I got that right. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is with this, when people give you things, you definitely have the right to assume what you want.
Yes.
I'm not gonna not to go on my assumption. But to please you,
no, I don't want
if you want me to go along with
I like
that,
to consider
everything. She said okay.
Let's say everything.
So let's say the suggestion was there
because she never said
because I suggested you get another drink, and you clearly said
because
I already had 2.
Clearly, I ain't Reesa Tessa.
That's my point. So you know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, regardless of who done it, they ended up being together for COVID after knowing each other for 14 days. Yes. Okay. So after knowing this man for 14 days, she made a conscious decision to say, go ahead. We're going to do this.
That dopamine hit is real.
That's fine. And
that dopamine hit is real. She probably was on a high. This man is spending.
Definitely.
Giving her attention. Making her feel beautiful.
Definitely. And
she
was people fall victim to stuff like that.
Yes. She was single for a year. She was single for a year. He wanted the same thing she wanted. We got great chemistry. We on the same page.
But what did Shanice say before? That sounds like what? Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
He was faking it till you make it.
And so was she.
Absolutely. So I guess the whole thing. Oh shoot, my bad. I'm hitting the wrong call.
So that was which one?
Okay. Okay. Seems like they both agreed. Okay. So let's give them that. You still moved. So okay. I'm about to go all the way left.
You're not wrong with your view.
Imagine if she would have had kids. I'm about to go.
Facts.
I'm about to go left.
Facts. It's not a decision I would
imagine if she would have had children, right? And this is why I say sometimes we got to look at things beyond what they are, since that's what people like to do so much. Imagine
I like to deal with the facts.
That's fine. However, but you don't know if that was a suggestion or not. You didn't know if she suggested.
No, but you're saying
I don't even care about that because the fact is she ended up with this dude after 2 weeks. Right. So my thing is, okay, imagine if she would have had children and whether they had kids or not, right? My thing is this.
Right. Kids don't exist.
They don't exist, but I'm making them.
We making shit up. See, I don't do that.
Listen, I'm not making things up for this because this is a real life thing.
Yes.
And that's why I said I'm about to go left.
Yes.
So when I said I was about to go left, y'all should have known I was going left. And
she's going off script.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right? So there are women, and I know from previous professions, who make decisions like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And move men in their houses.
Yes.
Okay? And next thing you know, they are molesting, beating, and mistreating your children. So this portion ain't about Reesa Tessa. Mm-hmm. You know, because this situation can go and relate to a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
So even if she was lonely and desperate, which she acknowledged, low self-esteem, not feeling her best. If this was not Reesa Tessa and it was someone else, and they had children involved, women do this every day.
Absolutely.
This happens every day where you met somebody, whether it was at the bar, outside or on the internet, bring them in, and next thing you know, you knew this dude for about 2 weeks or a month, and you allowing him to babysit your kids. So my thing is this, when it comes to this, because I remember this situation so vividly. It was a young lady who didn't even know that the dude had an issue with her baby's father.
Ooh.
They were in two different gangs.
Ooh.
Okay, they were in two separate gangs. Next thing you know, she was dealing with this boy. Left her child with him to babysit. We got a call that a limp body of a 4-year-old was being carried by a man into Johns Hopkins. Like, this is a true story.
Yeah.
You understand? And because she didn't know that he had an issue and they were in two separate little gangs, he beat her child and killed her child, ruptured her child's spleen, all because the father and them were in two different gangs. Yeah. So my point is, outside of Reesa Tessa, there are women with kids that are also making choices like this, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I want to paint. So when I'm listening to that, and I'm hearing, and I am, whether some believe I can see it from all sides or not, when I'm sitting and I'm looking at it, I'm definitely looking at it from a whole perspective to even decipher if it wasn't, a Reesa Tessa type of situation. Because I get it. When you're lonely, you want to be with somebody, you can make crazy decisions. I get that. You know what I'm saying? So my point is that it's decisions and the lack there of self-esteem, the lack there of desperation of wanting to be with somebody by any means necessary that is even causing harm to people's children.
Absolutely, I agree.
So, that's all I want to say. So
but I think
that's why I'm like, to me, the fact that you said you moved him in after 2 weeks is crazy to me. I don't care how you put it. I don't care what was suggested. I don't care what was not suggested. And that's why, for me, she will forever be a red flag.
So I don't disagree with anything you said, but there are also people who have dated for 2 weeks, got married,
and it worked out.
And it worked out. So
but she doesn't fall in that percentile.
I think it worked out for her ass. Okay, they said she made $300,000 from TikTok. People cash apping her every time she goes live.
Yeah.
So
hey, Michelle,
I think it worked out just fine for her. But
absolutely,
it's not a decision I would make, but I wouldn't automatically say she dumb.
And
I think that's where we differ. But I think also what you're saying is there are a lot of women like her who made that wrong decision, so they can relate to making an impulsive decision based
I think that's why so many people feel like, and I think that's also
why people are invested.
Why they're invested in that. Like, that's why some people are able to sit and watch a 50,000.
No, because I wouldn't have done half the stuff she did.
I'm not saying that. I'm just giving my thoughts on it.
But I watched for research purposes.
You watched for research purposes.
I was not going to watch until you called.
You watched for research, but you didn't watch for pure fucking pleasure of trying to be indulged.
It was.
See, and I couldn't, and I couldn't find it entertaining. I don't know how anybody found that entertaining.
Shanice want to call in. Did you post the link?
Yeah, so the link is in there, right?
Shanice like, I need in. Fuck
no,
that.
It is the link is in the I posted the link in the comments.
Can you repost it? Can you copy it?
So let me see if I can do that. Yeah. So hold on. Right, and that's fine. She said, she's a psychologist. That's what we do. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I do psychology in a different format from the metaphysics. No, with my classes. Right, you know that. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm glad you said in a different format.
Because I come at it from a different perspective.
Yes.
So you learn your side.
So we're not always disagreeing.
Right. I learned my side of it, which all of it is equal.
I think Candace is quicker to be like, no, that's a dumbass decision.
Yeah, I'm just.
And I'm like, well, we have to consider why. And maybe,
Yeah, no, she will definitely give you the. You definitely give you the benefit of the doubt.
Understanding.
Yeah.
And I agree with the person's decision.
I'm trying to copy it for you, Shawnee. Yeah, and that's why I said I understand. I understand it as well.
Yeah.
But on a whole different level of that, it's like it makes no sense.
I think like the thing is,
I'm trying to put
the lesson for people in general is to be. You posted it just now.
No, I'm trying to pin it for her because she wanted to try to call in.
Is to be mindful of what needs you have that are not met, because then you leave yourself vulnerable to stuff like this.
Okay.
And it might look different.
All right, so I pinned the comment. Because like I said, if y'all want to call in, y'all definitely can call in and we can talk about it, and that's fine.
It might look different.
However, you will get a straight shoot shot of answer from me, and she'll give you the whole other side. Because I just don't have the patience for stupidity. I've always been, I've always been like that. I don't have the patience for that. But
I'm less quick to call somebody's decision stupid.
That's
just
because
I don't agree with it.
And I'm not calling it stupid because I don't, and I'm not calling it stupid because of that. I'm just
Why are you calling it stupid?
Because to me it's stupid.
Why was what she did stupid?
So that wasn't dumb to bring a stranger in your house after 14 days of knowing them.
I personally wouldn't have done.
So I feel like that's stupid.
Okay.
I don't care if it's a bad decision or however people want to dress it up. Yeah. Okay, if you want me to dress it up, it was.
So when people do it and it works out, is it stupid? Is it stupid for people?
Decision.
Is it stupid for people who get married after?
If it works out, no.
Oh, it's only stupid because it didn't work out.
It's only stupid because look at everything she did. Clearly, it was stupid.
It worked the fuck out.
But not only that.
She getting a free trip to London right now.
Wait a minute. So you saying it worked out for her?
You feel
like it worked out for her because the public is
no ma'am.
Because clearly it didn't work out for her.
Reesa made the fuck out. That man paid all the bills for a year and a half. I don't agree with what she did.
I didn't say you did.
But you're saying if it works out, it's not dumb. If it doesn't work out, it's dumb. The man paid all the bills for a year and a half. When she was done with his ass, when she was done with his ass, she told him to get the hell out of her house. She had plans to move. She had gotten a better job so that she could sustain the life that they created together in that year and a half. She put in the divorce documents that she kept all of his Jordans, his watch collection.
So let's just say those who make it was stupid with luck.
You changed what you said. You said if it works, it's not stupid. Don't change it for me. Yeah, you said if it works.
Yeah, I feel like listen.
She said if it works, it wasn't stupid.
I don't think it was stupid. If it worked, okay.
I think it worked for her.
Hold on. Okay, so let me hold on. Let me let the drink calm on it. I feel like even if it works, let's clear this up. It's stupid. If it works,
even if it works, I don't agree with it.
Okay, all right. So let me change that. So even if it works, I don't agree with it. Does that
mean you just said you agree with it if it works?
Listen, even if it works, it doesn't agree with it.
What?
Okay, so
you changing your stance.
Yeah.
You say if it works, it's not stupid. That means if it works, you agree with it.
No, so all right. So let me collect me.
Collect yourself.
Let me collect me. Even if it works,
you all right?
No.
Shit.
Even if it works to me, that's a stupid decision.
It's not a decision.
It's not a decision that I would make. Right. So even if it works, you fucking crazy for trying. That's just how I feel. Yeah. Let's see. Hey,
so let me cut my light on so you can see.
Yeah, so that's just how I feel about it. I think we're pretty clear. I'm not bending.
You scared
so before we start the conversation, I don't want you to think I'm trying to convince you, or I expect you to bend, or none of that.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I respect your decision. I respect what you're saying, but I'm just saying I think, especially because man, you was just in Bible study. We gotta give people grace, bro. Like because okay, so me being on the outside end, I remember being a fucked up person to women. Period. Just like I can go back in my Rolodex and remember what? Oh, hold up.
She knows I got a thing with the camera.
I know you got a thing with the damn camera. Hold up.
Is it black on the side?
Yeah, because it uploads weird.
Oh. All right, there we go. All right, so basically, like for me, I know I was a fucked up person at one point in my life. So for me, I don't like to judge people who may have been a victim to what I did to them when I knew better. It's not like we don't know better as adults. We just choose worse. You know what I'm saying? So what I don't like about what you're saying is like you low key calling her stupid for going through her things and her journey. No, listen, you cutting me off. I ain't cut you off, baby. I love you. I love you, bro. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying. It's like you high key calling her stupid because she's on her journey of discovering what she needs to do to better herself. Just because that shit don't look like our version of stupid, don't mean that we got the right to be calling this girl stupid. She just fell into a fucked up situation that she ain't deserved at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've all been in stupid ass situations just because it wasn't in 2 weeks, 6 months, whatever. Like we've all been there. I can't say that I ain't been there. I can't say that I ain't put women in situations where they've been there with me and I knew better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit there and judge her on her journey of self-discovery. I don't think that that's fair.
Yeah.
So Shanice, let me ask you this. You said she found herself in a fucked up situation that she didn't deserve. So can you be specific about what you feel like she did not deserve?
Hold up.
Because she willingly did everything.
Like let her right.
All right, so for me, I just feel like as a human being, you know what I'm saying? I'm married. I got a wife. And my wife trusts me. Like my wife trusts me to make certain decisions. You know what I'm saying? So like for instance, when I bought my house, I had to take my paperwork to my wife and say, "Hey, this is what I got approved for."
Right.
I don't think that she would have questioned that in the back of her mind. But if I'm a fucked up person, like, do she deserve the fact that I bamboozled her into some bullshit?
So you're like
No,
the
she don't. We both adults. Like, who's expecting someone to do the things that you know what I'm like the messed up things that happen to people? Nobody's expecting that from an adult perspective. So to me, I just think that the victim blaming is kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we all go through shit. Like, just cause her shit don't look like our shit, don't mean that we should be somewhere like, oh, she's stupid, she dumb. Like, we all been there, bro. Like, we done fuck with people for years that we knew was shit. I've had women stay with me for years who knew I was garbage. You know what I'm saying? And they knew I wasn't changing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do anything to show them any remorse, to show them that I was going to be different, and they stuck around. And I've been in situations where I stuck around with people who showed that they wasn't going to do nothing different because I had hope. So how is my level of fucking stupid any different than their level of than her level of stupid? Stupid is fucking stupid.
I was about to say, stupid is stupid.
Yeah, so
right.
She was stupid. I was stupid. They were stupid. Everybody was stupid.
In Teesa's story, though, I feel like,
but she definitely was not a victim.
I feel like you're right. If you go to your wife, that's what we talked about earlier. There's certain things that's not even on my radar because I'm personally not capable of them.
Right.
So if a person does some shit, I'm gonna miss it because I'm not looking for it. I'm not suspecting it, right? Mm-hmm. But here's my thing with Teesa, right? Yes, you're right. He told her he was approved for $750,000 from the bank. She had no reason to question it at that time, right? Mm-hmm. But eventually he told her that he had the house under contract and it was all these problems on why it had moved forward.
Exactly.
And she discovered it was a Caucasian couple that had the house under contract that brought the house, that he had actually lied. And she said, I made the decision, I'm going to let him get out of this. So that's why I questioned when you said she was in a situation she didn't deserve. Because after he had proven to her he was a lie,
thank you,
and she knowingly made the decision, I'm going to let him get out of this lie because I like the lifestyle he's affording me. He had already paid the April bills and we were still in March. Yeah. He paid all the bills. He brought me a new car. She knowingly...
No, they didn't get the car.
He did buy her a new car.
He bought her a car. It wasn't the car she wanted.
I remember the BMW thing.
He didn't buy her the BMW or the Audi, but he brought her a new car. Okay. That was like a Nissan or something.
I need a Reesa.
So that's why I'm like, when we say that she didn't deserve, no, she didn't deserve to be cheated on and to be lied to. But he had already shown you
who he was.
He was a liar. Exactly. And within 2 months after they were married, he had already shown you he's capable of cheating. And you made decisions because you were benefiting from the relationship. And I'm not saying her decisions were wrong.
Right.
Because I think people do what benefits them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm not saying her decisions were wrong. But when we say like she was in a situation that she didn't deserve to be lied to or cheated on. However, she continued to keep herself in those situations. So that's why I'm like,
no, I agree with you.
Too, but
I wholeheartedly agree with you on that though. Like I'm not disagreeing with the fact that at some point she showed up to be a willing participant. Right. But my only point is that I'm gonna just say what I like about it. She was transparent. She told her stupid shit. She was like, I was stupid here. This is the stupid things that I did. Well, and it's like we got people that we know in real life who show up on the fucking internet. They make up these false stories about their life being a certain way, whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And And it's like they don't be transparent about what's actually happened. They gonna give you the bits and pieces that don't make you look fucking stupid.
Right.
So
But
I
then
can
there's always
respect her from
but then
that
there's
part.
always that person that's behind there like, this bitch is fucking lying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see it every day.
Same.
So I'm not disputing that. I see it every day.
Literally.
So with that, with that, I feel how I feel because I feel how I feel.
No. And you're not wrong for how you feel.
Am I okay? So let's put this. Am I judging her because we're having a conversation? Yeah, but do I really fucking care? I don't.
None of us fucking care.
If I didn't have a show,
it's entertaining.
Yeah, like none of us don't sit around and care about it. Like it ain't that deep.
Because some people do.
I'm just saying us that's on the line don't give a shit about it.
For free.
Right. So I'm just saying for me, when it comes to like certain conversation, even when I do the show and I tell people, look, I'm not telling you to do what I do. I'm just telling you what I did to help. I don't care if you do it or not because I'm benefiting from it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. Even with this, as far as that, as judging her like, oh, she's stupid. That's my opinion. That's my thoughts. I'm standing on how I feel about it.
And I don't think you shouldn't.
Am I like condemning her? Like, oh, I don't care because I don't know you. You understand? I don't. You know that. I don't care to the degree whereas though I feel like I am overly invested in her.
No.
I don't think none of us feel that way though.
Yeah.
I think it's just an innocent conversation.
But what I'm saying is, after the initial going in, because I do know sometimes my points, sometimes people will get me mixed and screwed or misunderstand. All right, when they went in, cool. You did not know, so I can't fault you for what you don't know.
Right.
So it was dumb to move the stranger in.
I definitely, I'm not.
And I agree with that too, though. I'm not moving nobody in with me in 2 weeks.
About how anybody feel about it, whether you watching it now, the replay, or you're sitting here.
Don't throw shade at me.
I ain't throwing shade.
No, she throwing shade at both of us, but it's okay because we don't give a fuck.
No, I'm not throwing.
Because it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. I don't think that. I just want to say that I don't think that either of us three on this call cares about it. We're just having an innocent conversation.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, and I don't want y'all to think I'm being shady because I ain't shady. I'm always direct. But what I'm saying is, that. Because somebody else may watch it and feel a different way too. May feel like, oh, I'm doing it. Like, I really don't fucking care. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the matter is, what she didn't know, cool. I'm not disputing that. So my opinion and how I feel about it is coming with the fact that she knew.
Right.
That's it.
And she knew and she didn't care.
And she knew and she didn't care. And like you said, we all have done it. I've dealt with people and stayed in situations where I know I shouldn't. And like you said, we all have our own different journeys we have to grow on. I get all of that. However, I don't got nothing to do with your journey, just like you don't got nothing to do with mine. Right. You understand? But for me, it's a simple fact is I get all of that. But the other side of that too, like you said, with the whole grace and all that, at the same time, on a whole nother metaphysic, spiritual level of being an entity before you enter the body, we also don't know what she's done to receive, if this may be her karma or not. Correct. We don't know. You understand? So we don't know if she's dealing with this or experiencing some of the stuff she's experiencing, because we don't know what she did in her. I think she's like 40-something years old. I don't know how old she is. So that's a whole separate conversation within itself. So that's my whole thing. So I'm not going to always be like, oh, yeah, she's the victim. It's right here. Oh, yeah.
No, I just want you to know that nobody expects you to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's healthy. I don't think nobody expect you to be that way, bro. Like, I don't think none of us on this call expect you to be like, oh, changing your thoughts or no shit like that. Yeah. But I'm just saying that grace is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's necessary, bro.
I don't have to give any.
Listen,
yeah.
After she discovered,
look at the drinks.
We're not drinking no more.
I'm gonna drink. I can drink.
Why you ain't say that while I was downstairs? I would have got me a drink. Shit.
Okay, so look, go get this.
She already got me intoxicated.
So go get this. Well, can you go get this stuff and bring it in?
Hold on. You're not stupid, girl. You can't say stuff like that as a fucking studying psychologist. You ain't stupid.
Who?
Yeah, you ain't stupid.
I know. I just feel like I look crazy when I'm intoxicated. Okay. So she got me intoxicated.
Go get the juice. We're gonna take a break.
Hold on, let me get my thought out, because you don't need no more.
No, you don't need it anymore.
We don't need no one. Listen.
Mine is wearing off. Mine straight.
After that, this woman, by all intents and purposes, expresses herself very well and appears to be educated. And when she met him, she was working at a sheriff's department or something, right?
Right.
So when she discovered that he was lying about the home, having the house under contract, why would she not go into, let me find out who the hell this is. Let me, like, wow, where was the research?
And this is why I feel like some of this is a ploy. I'm hoping that later
and
on
I'm not
will come out
to
that this was a hoax.
I don't necessarily think it was a hoax because other people have come out to corroborate it. I think she could be
do all work together.
You're right.
Blue facing them show now.
I think she could be embellishing to keep us entertained.
Agreed.
I'm just dying
the play was there.
I'm dying to know what happened after the 50 series has died.
The play was there. You had Morgan, who had the random man from Atlanta, baby daddy.
Okay, so let's get into that portion of it. Because I remember you were saying that when I first talked about it and I brought this to you, you were like, yeah, it very much well could be a hoax.
Because that's why I said the play was there. Because Reesa was locked into TikTok. She followed content creators whose claim to fame was sharing their relationship stuff. So Morgan was a
disclaimer to you guys. So the thing is, with what me and her did, we actually went further and researched Teesa Reesa. What her name?
Teesa Reesa.
We actually did research.
I was learning about her before I even watched the show.
Yeah,
I'm not watching no 50 episode and then you call me, well, I see research. But Teesa Reesa had blocked Morgan. And Morgan's whole claim to fame was that she got pregnant by this random man from Atlanta. Now, she didn't get pregnant by a random man, but because she wanted to conceal his identity, she just called him a random man from Atlanta. And she explained that she was with him. And then after she had their child, he basically abandoned her and went off with one of his exes. And then it came, once she went public with her story, he had like 6 other baby mothers that came out, and he had like 11 kids she didn't even know about. Morgan was able to like quit her job and become a content creator. So the play was there. Teesa Reesa had the template for how to capitalize off her trauma. So could she be? Yeah, she blocked Teesa Reesa blocked Morgan because it looked like Morgan and her baby father had made up. So that's what I'm saying. Teesa Reesa is into. You got the new stuff?
Yeah.
Teesa Reesa. Yeah, I see. Teesa Reesa was very much enthralled into content creator TikTok culture. So could
she had been trying to go viral for a while.
Yeah. So could she be
embellishing? She had been trying to go viral for a while.
Could she be capitalizing off of her trauma because the play was already there? She was married to him. He is showing himself to be a liar right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So could she be embellishing? Yes. Do I blame her? Hell no.
Fuck
she
no.
Get a free trip to London. She
and she's gonna get that BMW.
So far off TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even including what people are cash apping her or what she's making off of going live. And our grandparents used to come home every day. Or they weren't. They didn't come home. They used to be home, and they used to watch the stories every day. So for me, this is our stories. People don't watch. We used to have like 5 channels, 2, 11, 13, 22, 24, 45, 54, 7. We don't have that anymore. So this is our stories. We get invested into these
y'all stories.
So what's your thoughts on the fact that she was able to grasp that much attention, though? Because that's a problem too.
So
that nobody in parents
I said she was a female Kevin Samuels.
No.
Hell no. That's a reach.
Y'all didn't even ask me why.
Remember how when
Tell us what.
Remember how when Mary J. Blige got married and everybody was like, no, we like pain song Mary. We
right.
Like hurt Mary.
Because the world
people
is
can relate to dealing with a no good ass dude. Sorry to your male supporters. People can deal with people can deal with dealing with no good partners. They relate to that. Dealing with a liar, dealing with a cheater. And so they're watching it.
Yeah.
That's why the people are invested into it. Why do you think she a female Kevin
Samuels? It doesn't even matter at this point.
I'm trying to get that
damn. Bro. Candace is a wild girl.
No, I'm trying to get this liquor bottle.
She said don't even matter.
Right, like fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. Like what?
It don't even matter.
It don't even matter. I mean, you know, some may say I shut down, some may say not.
Shut down for what?
No, I'm just
right.
saying,
like what's happening?
I just
you worry about that liquor. Why is she a female Kevin Samuels? Let me hold it.
I feel like
damn. I know she ain't like it's crack.
Well, this almost a goddamn. So I thought, here you go. So,
damn, why is she a female Kevin Samuels?
I feel like she a female. I feel like it was to me. It reminded me of the female version of Kevin Samuels, as far as you know, we all watch and we look at things that resonate with us. So
the hell Kevin Samuels say resonated with us?
You ain't watching, so it ain't resonating. But I'm talking about as far as the people, you know, things just, and that's not a wrong thing. People watch to what they see. What you are is a reflection. What you attract is a reflection of what you are inside. So outside of that, so I just feel like as far as like the whole Kevin Samuels things, even with her, it was like, damn, I got to see how many people were like broken.
Hell no, that's an assumption.
This is just how I feel about it. That were broken, that could relate to it, that because a lot of people felt like she was wronged. You know, a whole lot. I don't care. Even with her taking accountability from everything that I've seen, a lot of people feel like she was wronged. And I'm like, damn, there is no way that, you know.
That's why they feel like they need to support her financially.
Exactly. So that's where I'm looking at it from that standpoint of, may not be everybody, but the mass majority feels like she was wrong. Oh, you're getting everything you deserve. Like the one person's like, let me send you to Paris. Let me give you back everything you lost. And it's like, oh, okay, so you too must have felt robbed in some point or another in your life, in a relationship. Because like you said, we can all relate to a
girl, coach.
Oh no, he's saying it as a joke.
I know. That's what I know.
He got to deal with Netflix.
He been filming with Netflix for 60 days. The shit only been popping since Valentine's Day.
And that's just how I.
That don't know how I feel.
That's just how I look at it. That's just.
I think that's
and then you have to
true to an extent.
And what I think what I really think what people misconstrue sometimes when it comes to like my thoughts or just how I feel about some things, and it's not knocking anybody. You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know, I feel like in order to sometimes understand me, you had to have understood my teacher. You know, you understand? So my thing is, a lot of these issues, a lot of these things, I may have personally experienced some of them, maybe not to that degree, but in a different format. And we did remember I shared that with you earlier, how, you know, I had became our own case study with certain things and other things. So that's why I'm saying, I think that, you know, a lot of the times when it comes to like what I say and how I feel about things, I'm never trying to change anybody else. But I'm coming at it from a different aspect of how I was taught.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
I think that's healthy though. That's not an issue. Like
it may not be an issue for y'all, because you know y'all
it's like nobody saying that as an issue.
I'm just saying that if I'm able to say, you know, it resonated for the broken, it may not mean that everybody that watched it was broken. It may not mean that, but until I go into detail, like, hey, you know, a lot of people felt, which is proof, feels like she was wronged. Yeah. And so just like with Kevin Samuels, a lot of men felt like what he said was like law to women. And it was like, damn, you know, y'all allowed me to see how y'all feel about women. How you feel about it, and some of y'all have wives, some of y'all have daughters. So, and then when I regurgitate something that he said to you, you disagree. So it's like you don't really even know. So that's what I'm saying from it. Like it did. A lot of people can relate to that because, like, we all agree, we all had made like a stupid decision. We all didn't make the best decision. Abso-freaking-lutely. But even though, like I always say, I'm grateful, I'm forever grateful that I'm not 40 dealing. No, for real. Life is about learning, growing, learning, and becoming better. So a lot of times, even when you meet people, like even with some of the people who talk to me and call me with different things that go on with them, I like I said, everything and anybody you encounter, life is the classroom, and people come along to teach you something. And sometimes you interact and you meet certain people because it's also giving you a reflection of maybe what you would have looked like had you not changed or you continue to make the wrong decisions. So if that's the case, that's how I look at it. So yeah, I'm looking at it like, damn, because I was supposed to baby father for a long time. Like I said, I'm glad it didn't take a bunch of different dudes for me to learn something. That I'm like, damn, you know, we do overlook stuff when we like a person. We will. We are the first ones that allow people we care about to make us not believe in ourselves and second guess ourselves, which also falls into the book, The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. You understand? So all of it comes together. But if you're not reading it, if you're not learning it, if you're not in tune to it, you're not gonna know. You understand? You're not gonna know. But the thing is, when you know something, just like Pastor saying whatever on Bible study, even on the show, when you know something, can't nobody make you not know when you know something. So
therefore, I agree with that. I think knowledge is part of it though, because you got to practice it too. Knowing is.
Know her. So even though we know better, we don't always do better.
Pebbles. Pebbles.
I'm talking about when you know the derived root of the internal thing of the links. Of how it goes back.
You refer to why you don't.
Utero.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I agree with that to an extent. But for me, I know that knowledge is part of it. Knowledge is part of the whole, not the entirety of it.
Damn. No.
Get a little bit. Get a little bit.
No.
Not the peer pressure.
I'm not even gonna fill it up.
No.
Oh wow, you have to go.
Because I want to be responsible. This is shit. Good decisions, bad decisions.
Well, either way,
I told you acting like
I'm giving you grace. That you can get a little.
I don't need no school. Draco, come take this cup in the kitchen. Look what happened.
Shanice is talking to you.
No, it went blank.
It's right there.
Shanice is talking to me?
Yeah.
Pebbles, I was just basically agreeing with what you said, that knowledge is a part of the whole, not the entirety. Because it's like so many of us know shit, but we don't do nothing different. And so many of us can preach the word or
we do better.
Yeah, it's like we could regurgitate the shit, but what our life look like.
Okay. Because we also have lived experiences.
Of course, yeah.
We also have lived
like what our life look like. Like I can't sit here and try to tell somebody some shit about parenting or nothing like that. You know what I mean? If I ain't walking in my shit too. But I'm going to therapy. I'm teaching my son. You know what I mean?
But I'm pretty sure there is something in your life where you could. So where you could.
Yeah, that's for everybody though.
No, yeah, absolutely. So,
and I think because we are individuals, just because it registers in our brain.
Shit works because I practice
of course. Like it works for you though, as an individual.
But it will work for everybody.
It can't. That's impossible.
Oh wow.
There's no cure for every individual person.
There may not be a same exact thing because we all have different paths, but the techniques with the techniques and tools definitely work for everybody.
Okay.
Definitely. And I'm not saying, but that
I think we should just agree to disagree. I'm not trying to upset you or anything like that. I'm just saying like there's no one specific thing that can work for every individual person.
No,
that shit ain't real.
Thing, but the techniques definitely work.
Elaborate what you mean by the techniques.
I don't that's a whole
You gotta elaborate.
Yeah, but
right.
I have the right to say I don't feel like
that. Right. But that's why people don't understand that.
Don't
say people you misunderstand.
And you know what I was taught? And you know what I was taught? It's not
that you don't argue with a fool.
No, that is not my job to make sure people understand me.
It's not.
Oh wow.
Somebody is giving you.
But what I'm saying is, this is a Come Up and Cocktails album.
I love y'all, and I love you, and I love.
To do that on a Wednesday show.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's cool because I feel like I love you, and I don't want us to be on no shit. You know what I mean? Because you already
100%.
know what type of time I'm on as far as like understanding you. So I feel like
No, I'm not talking about.
if we can't have like a real conversation, I mean, it's me and you, bro. It's kind of it's getting weird. It's getting weird. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, we having a conversation and when we talking and we asking you questions and it's like, no, fuck y'all bitches. I ain't explaining shit to y'all bitches. You know, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? We want to understand.
No.
She feel like that's getting too philosophical and deep.
Yeah, that's all.
This guy.
Yeah.
This combo was a
But you know I love that.
No, I know you do, and that's why.
But she said it's
right now. That's not the vibe I'm in.
Oh, all right. Well, I got you. Let me get out of here. I got you.
When she fucking, that's how she did me.
She didn't say you can't fucking wear, you know.
No, that is funny. No, that's not.
Oh my
she needs not to laugh. But no, that's not.
You don't want to go.
I don't want to do that right now. Yeah, I don't want to.
Me and Candace disagree. That's Candace is surprised we share some similar views on this because we really disagree about
like
everything.
How we are right now. This is really how it is. Yeah. When the camera is not on. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's hilarious.
Where she at? Message her today. Where she
I don't
going?
know. You gotta ask. But no, I don't feel like that. Like, combos and cocktails is not something that I want to like. It's light stuff, have fun. I don't want to do that. Like, I do that, you know, of course I'll go there with y'all, but I just feel like that if I sit here and I really do that, then, you know, because when I do that, I'm clear. So that means the drinking will go to the side. There will be no drinking. Now I have to channel in misvibrations. I don't want to have misvibrations right now.
I got you.
That's all. See what you thought. But no, go ahead. Anyway.
I started. Oh, but as much as Reesa Tessa took accountability, so throughout her story, she would say like, "This not going to make me look good," but you know, as if to say like, that was the precursor to say I'm taking accountability for what I did to contribute to the mess I found myself in. I feel like she also made it her point to say, and the ex-wife told me, don't blame yourself. Yeah. And the brother told me, don't blame yourself. Ma'am, you knew about 3 months after dating this guy, he was a liar. This is good. And he lied about something very serious. But you continue to go to house showings. You continue to go to dealerships with him knowingly. And these people are telling you it's not your fault. But you knowingly continue to do this shit. You knew he didn't have no offshore money. Right. But you continue to go to open houses and test drive cars. You enjoyed it too.
And that's the thing. So that's why I'm just saying, like, overall within it is like, if you knew he lied about a house, why would you think he was going to be honest about buying you a car? Right. When y'all went driving around to the dealership. Then on top of that, not only that, but even on top of that, you allowed him to even make you think somebody came to the house. Even after she said she looked on the camera and saw her neighbor told her no car ever came. She still was dwelling on that. Yeah. She was still dwelling on that. And so my thing is like,
they married him after that.
Yeah, like it's you know, listen, it makes sense for what I always say. It's cool for those who think it's
She
cool.
was benefiting. It benefited Reesa Tessa to continue dealing with this man. Yes. Even though she knew he was deceitful because he took time out of his day to plan their weekends to go to these house showings. Yeah. He took time out of his day to plan for her to go to test drive cars. Mm-hmm. He brought her shoes, but she said she did not get rid of. He brought her bags. She benefited from keeping this lying ass man around. Yeah. Even after she had discovered he was having an emotional affair online. Exactly. It benefited her.
See, and I didn't go that far. So I don't know, you know, she knows more than me. I don't know anything else after the whole, and then she was wearing.
Oh yeah. She married him. She changed her last name to McCoy. Mm-hmm. Now, I think it is important to point out that They got together in March. They moved in together in March.
Hey,
she got pregnant in May. She miscarried in June. They got engaged in June while she was pregnant. They did not get married, and those are 2020. They did not get married until 2021. So by the time they got married in 2021, she had more than enough evidence to show he was a compulsive liar. 2 months after they were married, she discovered the emotional affair. So I feel like we make decisions that benefit us. Well, she admitted she was desperate. Right. She was taking accountability.
Shout out to YouTube. Hold on.
She was taking accountability.
Yeah, because I'm glad y'all up here.
She was taking accountability, but I felt like it's a cop-out to say, well, the ex-wife told me, don't blame myself. Ma'am, before you married him, you knew he was a liar. 2 months after you married him, you knew he was.
You said married him.
Married him.
Okay.
2 weeks after you married, 2 months after you married him, you knew he was a cheater.
I feel like, what she said, I feel like the fact that she did, I'm going back to this, that she did take accountability takes up the slack of the ridicule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, you did take accountability. I don't even want to say it. Yes, she did take accountability, which even makes me feel like you're even more dumb.
Well, listen, Reesa Tessa, she made
for real.
She made a video and she
said,
it's like saying, don't criticize my friends and my family because I never told them the totality of what he was doing to me because
and you know why?
I was ashamed of it. So you knew it was wrong.
You was doing something.
You knew
so
you weren't making
hold on. All right, there we go.
You knew he wasn't making that your decisions wouldn't be favorable. Women face societal pressures to marry, and she wanted it to be her time. Yes, she said that she knew he was lying, but she was in denial. She wasn't in denial. She said
she knew.
She said, "I'm going to let him talk his way out of this."
Yeah.
She said, "I'm going to let him get out of this."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's not denial. That is making a educated decision. And I'm not mad at her. I'm all for.
You just like her. You ain't mad at her.
I'm all for making decisions that benefit us at that time.
And this, and to
making
me,
decisions that benefit us at that time.
Me,
and you might making decisions like that. You might make a bad bargain. You might make a bad bargain.
This is what it looks like when you're desperate.
No,
and this is here we go back to me. Yeah. And I just remember.
Well, she said she was desperate.
I remember when it came to, like, whether it was moving, whether it was going somewhere else, or whether it was something at work, wanting to file a complaint. And I remember I always been on the phone with my cousin, and I'd be like this, and she would always say, she told me, you don't ever act out of desperation, because when you act out of desperation, you don't know what you're going to get.
Facts.
And it will backfire.
Facts.
So when you make decisions out of desperation, it is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. So whenever you do anything, make sure that you aren't doing it from a desperate place. Mm-hmm. That's how you end up falling for anything. That's how you end up putting yourself in different positions, circumstances that you could have avoided, but you didn't because you were desperate.
Yeah. Well, it's known that when emotions are high, rationality is low. Mm-hmm. That's why when you go to car dealerships and you get excited about a car, they get you excited about a car, you liable to buy a damn car you can't afford.
No.
Because you're excited.
Yeah.
Or dopamine hit. In the beginning of a relationship, you're getting love bombs. Mm-hmm. Emotions are high. You're not being rational doing what research you should do. So, yeah, for sure.
And I feel like we all, like I said, we all have like played a fool for somebody. But I feel like we all played that fool to an extent. Mm-hmm. Because I know plenty of people who know that their man
you just like
know that their partner isn't crap. But because I feel like that's where that whole, well, as long as he come home at night, I don't care, comes in. Or, well, you know what? I'm going to be with him just because I need some extra money in my pocket right now. So I'm going to let him do this, pay this, whatever. You even have people that will sleep with somebody just to reap the benefit of.
Is that sex work? No.
Well, that was society going. I call it, it ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it, Bobo. That's what I call it, okay? I don't know what y'all call it, but it's just something. It's something like that. So you know, we all have made decisions.
Yeah.
And I'm not disputing.
Yeah, and because depending on how
but
long
that shit, to know that this person has blatantly lied to you about a house. You can't get over that. I can't get over that. And you knew he was lying to you about this house. She said it. I didn't take up enough. I didn't go to process. First of all, she didn't even research this man. No. You are not. Listen.
But she left out.
You're not gonna show up and tell me that you play basketball, you play hockey or soccer,
and I ain't
Googling you. Even though I ain't gonna say in her defense, even though she said I didn't know anything about it. Well, you done. That's more reason for you to research it.
But listen, she doesn't, because whenever she reveals that she was applying for a new job, I don't know if you saw this part. No. She was applying for a new job with the government, and it required her to have
Fleur.
And it was COVID time.
How many episodes did you watch? Did you watch?
Well, that's what she said. She didn't want to be alone.
Oh yeah, you must have just came in.
She watched
we talked about that.
She watched.
How you know she watched it?
Because she said.
Come on, Draco.
Because she said she was desperate. But she said several
times. Okay, it was COVID time.
She felt the society. I felt like she watched it. All of it. Me too, girl. Because I was entertained.
What she found for y'all?
It was like a reality TV show.
What y'all need, girl?
But look, I don't need no. Listen, I feel like she don't share.
I feel like she's crazy too, though.
Oh. First of all, that man gives IEP. That man give IEP.
Now he give IEP.
That man give IEP. On he got a whole team.
You're judging. You're judging him.
Okay.
You're judging
that man give IEP. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it. He very much give IEP. Can't go on. I gotta drive. I don't know how she believed he was VP.
Well, you got them jobs. I'm listening. How you trying to figure out? You don't know how she
No, this is what I'm trying. VP. But listen, when she got a job, she was applying for a job with the government, and it required her spouse to. It required background checks, and her spouse had to give his social security number. Mm-hmm. It was at that time she noticed the social security number on the background check form different from the social security number on their marriage license. And then she looked it up.
Okay.
And she revealed at that time that she ran his social security number and nothing came back. And when nothing came back, she just assumed, well, that just must mean it's nothing there.
He was like a newborn.
But she didn't tell that part, right? She didn't tell that part in chronological order. It just came up at that time. So she did do some research. So did she not care enough to do more? Or what? She knew he lived in Atlanta. I MD.gov every motherfucker.
Listen, I went on a date last year. And I was on the phone with one of my friends. And I was like, hey, this dude want to take me on a date. We going today, X, Y, and Z. I want some seafood, whatever. Okay. Before I went on the date with this man, and this is why I said, well, who are your friends? Where was her friends? Who are the people she talk about? But like she said, she ain't tell nobody because she felt like she was going to be looked that crazy. I feel like that might be a little bit of a lie. Like, girl, no. Right? I went on a date. Before I went on the date with this man, because I was sitting talking to one of my friends about it. My friend found the school that their kid attended, how much the tuition was, what their, ex-wife, their dealings was. So my point is that I'm like, who are you talking to when you meet somebody? Because the fact that you telling people you met this man off of Craigslist, okay?
Not crazy.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. She met this is my story. Okay. She met this man off Craigslist. Okay. And he came in and he was buying all this stuff and showed up like this. And he told you he was a arena football. What was he?
Retired arena football player.
That's gonna be the first thing you tell your girlfriend's like, girl.
Yeah.
I done met this dude named Marcus. He said he was a retired arena player. Retired? What's that? Well, hold on, bitch. Let me Google it. Right or wrong? Right. We're gonna stay here and we're gonna get it. Crazy. And we're gonna get it. And we're gonna get it together. Like, girl, wait a minute. What did he say his name was? He said he wore jersey number 22. Well, jersey 22 say DeMel Marquez Ruiz. what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, over real, I'm gonna say, I don't know too much about it, but it says Miguel Rodriguez Arquez
because
was number 22.
Talk about how like I am newly separated. I'm newly separated.
I'm listening. I'm just listening.
Y'all see the face?
No, I'm listening. I'm telling you the truth.
But hold on, by newly I mean like a year.
Okay.
Right?
I'm listening.
As you're dating people, you're saying, hey, this is such, I'm going to go out with such and such. This is their name.
Mm-hmm.
I got my mother, my friends. I'm saying this is their full fucking name. I'm about to go out with them.
This is his tag number.
Period.
We going here.
And if my friend Google his ass and I come back and she got something, then she got something. So
that's not true. Because bitches love ain't shit dudes.
What?
Yeah, you know how you can tell your friend, girl, don't mess with him. He this and the third. And you find out she messing with him. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when she decided to go out with this dude. Did she call up her homegirls? No, I know what you're saying.
I'm about to go out with Jerome Wrong.
Some people like that.
Yeah. I'm about to go out with Jerome Wrong. If something happens to me, I just wanted you to go to my name. We going to the Cheesecake Factory because that's where they went. We go to the Cheesecake Factory
because she wanted them fucking buffalo crispers tenders.
What's that?
The loaded like stuffed buffalo chicken crispers. They fire. I bet they tried it.
But now if Candace then decides to MD.gov him because we're in Maryland. Mm-hmm. Facebook search him, Instagram search him, Google search him, and not get from my day. And she said,
that's what we do.
Look, how was the day?
Who is it?
The day was good, girl. I had a good time. I got a flat tire. He came, fixed the flat tire, girl. Took me to AutoZone, replaced the tire. She like, bitch, well, while you was at the date, I discovered X, Y, and Z.
This nigga is Michael Myers.
He had a criminal record in Atlanta. So it was right there, so she did say she was desperate.
I feel like she's leaving out a lot of details.
She did say she was desperate. So is it possible she didn't look up certain shit? Because after that first date when he said, baby, I want marriage and kids, she was
let's be real. She was single for a year. She probably ain't had nobody in her cuckoo nest. And she wasn't getting no alligator tail. That's what that meant. And she was excited and was like, you know what? I don't want to know because listen, I'm still done that too. Where I'm like, I want marriage and kids. Like I remember when my cousin used to be like, "Did you check the man facts?" She always say, "Whenever you meet somebody, check the man facts." And I was like, "I don't want to check them right now. I don't want to check them. I'm having fun, and you are not about to spoil this for me." Like I've actually said that. Yeah. Like you are not about to spoil this for me. But I always do that when I said something. If she intervened, things were going to always be revealed. Like shit is always going to be revealed. Okay. And that's why I always tell people, like, the same as you say, have fun. And when it's time to go, or leave it alone when it's no longer fun. Okay. So when it no longer feels good and it no longer feels fun and you're no longer like okay with it, then that is your first indicator that you need to leave it, regardless of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Whether y'all been together for years, you know them, whatever, the up and downs, cool, go through the up and downs. But when you really get to that point where it's like, this is really not it anymore. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, because a lot of people also live by that concept, it's better to deal with the devil you know than the devil you don't.
What we talk about?
Well, I remember I was having a conversation with Tremanda. I don't know if Tremanda's still on here. Tremanda, you still on here?
That's true.
I remember when I was having a conversation with Tremanda, and we were all at the church. I mean, we were all at the church, right? And she had asked the question was, would you rather deal with the person you knew that was like so jacked up, or would you rather start over with someone new? And I think she said she would rather stay with the person she knew. I think my mom said, may have said that or said no, but I said I would rather deal with the new person. I would rather deal with the new person. I'm not gonna be a fool for you for 45 years, but I'll be.
Are you being a fool though?
When you know shit ain't right,
you're not a fool no more if you're knowing participant.
That's what I'm saying.
You're making the knowledgeable decisions. That's not a fool.
That's a participant.
Yes, it's not a fool.
Right.
So are you? Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So are you being a fool? No.
No, but what I'm saying is, and I think just when it came time to her and she asked the pastor, pastor was like, I ain't choosing neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it was just so funny. It was just so funny with that. But I've said it for years. Would you rather deal with one dude and go through the same stuff 100 times, or deal with 100 different dudes and go through some different stuff? I mean, I'm going to forever choose, because 100, somebody going to hit. All 100 ain't going to be bad. But if I stay with Claude, and I know what I'm getting with Claude, I know it ain't no growth. I know it ain't getting no better. Like, we at year 2022.
Depends on what your agenda is.
But what I'm saying is, when we knowingly do stuff, when you knowingly know you dealing with a cheater who can't keep his thing to himself, when you knowingly you dealing with a nigga that's beating you.
So what's your end goal? If you're knowingly dealing with,
what's your plan?
What's your end goal?
What's your end goal?
Exactly. What's your end goal?
I'm not dealing with.
I want to be able to save. I want to be able to raise these kids in a stable environment. I want to wait until I'm done school. What's your end goal?
I think she definitely did that.
Right.
She said exactly. I think she said,
even how she told the story. She left out some parts because.
Or did she had a whole bunch of new dudes coming at her?
Oh yeah. Oh, Candy.
No, we're not.
Candy is.
But it is a fool if you know you're getting played. It's not your fault.
Are you getting played if you're playing the game too? I think that's my point.
Well, she's saying that when you don't know, it's not your fault. Basically, what I said earlier. When you don't know, you can't be held accountable for what you don't know. Right. But when you do know, you're very much held accountable.
You're held accountable, but if you are making a decision to continue dealing with a cheater and liar because you have an agenda and you have a goal.
Okay, so now,
girl, 23 I left, but she keeps treating me like I didn't leave.
No,
why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just listening that you're being so open.
I left too, but at some point you are aware of who you're dealing with, and you're choosing to. You have your reason for staying, and I don't think it makes you a fool if you have your reason for staying.
That's what it makes
you playing the fucking game too. You're not no fool.
All right, well, you're not dumb. We're going to say you're brilliant.
Hell yeah, you're brilliant. Because you got one woman, we talked about this. You have one woman who deals with one guy in 10 years. You got another woman who deals with, I'm just making shit up, 10 guys in 10 years. At the end of those 10 years, both of them are single. Both of them are single at the end of those 10 years.
Okay.
Who has the better life fucking style? Who benefited from the 10 guys in 10 years and the one guy in 10 years? Who has the better lifestyle?
They both may have benefited.
Okay.
Because not everybody, when they in those situations, this is why I always felt like women who deal with celebrities, when they know that the dude ain't right and they decide to stay for those reasons, I feel like the money and stuff he gives you, you should always be putting that into a different bank account. That's how I feel.
So when you leave,
it's like,
so that's why I say.
But then you also have people who may be on the other side that may not be doing that, where it's like, hey, the benefit I got is that I was able to walk away and leave you, regardless of what the benefit was leaving you because you was full of foolishness.
No, what was the benefit in staying? That's what I'm talking about. What was the benefit in staying? If your reason for staying,
let them go at that moment
because you wanted the notoriety, but you weren't benefiting anymore, then you're a fool. But if you got,
I can't.
This nigga ain't shit. This guy. See, you got.
I feel like it's just like Krishan and Blueface. It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of people judging Krishan, but there's a lot of Krishans out here. They're just not on camera. They may do it in a different way.
We're talking about was her mother on substances when she had her?
Everybody, my mother
wasn't on no damn.
My mother wasn't on drugs, and I was done before.
Baby, but not like
I was stupid.
Not tattooed your face on the side of my face, though.
No, but I tattooed your name, though.
Not on the side of your face, though.
On my back, but I got to cover that.
Not tattooed on your face.
Well, I'm not putting no face on my tattoo.
He was just had his baby mother living.
But it ain't no difference to a level down. Whether I got his name on whether I got his face on my face or his name on my shoulder, on my back, don't mean. Didn't you just say that earlier? Dumb is dumb. Stupid.
I didn't say dumb is dumb. Y'all say that shit. Roll the tape back. Roll the tape back where I said that.
You said if I said that she was stupid, right? What about if somebody who was stupid and it worked out? Or would they still be considered stupid? So I'm saying whether I got the name him tattooed on my face or on a part that was hidden, that's not going to negate from the fact that was what?
You use dumb, that language. earlier.
That language, you know what?
You used that earlier.
Holla at me when Papa show up. Because right now, Lorena.
No, you used that bird. I didn't use
Gibson?
that. My mother's a Gibson.
I mean,
that's my mom. That's my mother's name.
What's your name?
I ain't telling you my name on this set.
No, I know what that name is.
That's my mom's name.
What's the name before that name?
I ain't telling you that.
Oh, see how she is?
Oh,
she don't want. Now she don't want. Oh, they want him to be guys. You might get a contestant, girl. You might get a contestant.
I'm just playing. A contestant. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
So also too, guys, if y'all are joining in, subscribe to the channel. Please. So also on the other side, this is my friend. She didn't get to hang with me for my birthday.
So she's getting me dropped in.
So this is also, if you guys like, wait a minute, what's going on here with the laughter, the fun, the seriousness, the not so serious.
It's cocktails.
Yeah, it's the cocktails and cocktails, but this is us also celebrating
your birthday.
My birthday. So don't try to take it personal or whatever it may be. Like, this is also just fun because she wasn't able to be there for my birthday. So what do y'all think? I see YouTube over here going off in the chat. What about y'all Facebook? Because I see y'all. Yeah.
What time is it? Oh yeah, it's almost a bit.
Yeah.
Is that the time? Or we went live at 1 o'clock. Is that what that means?
You don't worry about that. We went live at 1:26 minutes. See, this is why you can't be.
I mean, 12.
We would have been on here and been done, but so she wanted to be here. And she was like, "Oh, I don't want to eat on the camera." I was like, "You don't want to eat on the camera?" No, I don't want to eat on the camera.
Everything ain't for the camera. Why are you sharing that?
Oh, I was she didn't want to go. I mean, I already asked her, and it was like, "Well, what time y'all doing cocktails and cocktails?" I was like, "Whenever Beyonce finish eating her food." So, what y'all think? What's going on? What do y'all think? Benita, Tremenda, Michelle, Sanera, Flu Rebel. Like, what do y'all think? Have y'all had a silly moment? Have y'all had a stupid moment? Like, what's going on? Oh, they were over here talking on Facebook too.
Oh, shoot. Oxytocin is real. People have definitely done it. Keep wanting more.
Chemistry will get you in trouble. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Yo, I'm going to say something off camera. Yeah.
Which one of your neighbors is playing music?
Now, I just want people to know my balls are see-through. Like, this is what we doing now? This is what we doing? I can't find it on here. So, yeah, just all of that. What else before we go?
Listen. So let me say this. As a viewer of the Teesa Reesa story, it made me analyze myself.
Oh, whoa.
It made me analyze myself because I really felt empathy for him.
Well, let's get into that.
Yes, I felt empathy.
Because of how she treated him. Hey, talk about that.
I felt empathy for him. I felt like the way she told the story. Mm-hmm. I felt like the way she told the story, she wanted to show that she was vindicated, but it made him look so pathetic. Mm-hmm. So basically, by the end of the story, he had suffered a knee injury that left him bedridden. Mm-hmm. During this time, she discovered he had been married twice before. He was a pathological liar. She learned that this didn't just start with her. Mm-hmm. She found out he had been cheating on her with a prostitute. She found text messages where he was like, basically like, "Hey, I'm in front of the house. I'm here," type of deal. Mm-hmm. So she puts him out. He takes 2 bags of clothes, goes to Philadelphia to be with his family. Because of his history of lying, no one there wants him to stay with them. So he leaves and comes back to Atlanta. Mind you, he only has his car, 2 bags of clothes. Within this period of time where she kicked him out, like within a 2-month period, based on her timeline, she has divorce settlement signed up. And her divorce settlement says anything in her possession she gets to keep, anything in his possession he gets to keep. And he signed it because at this point he is living out of his car. He's hungry. She said he was a 3X when she met him. By the time she met him in this parking lot to sign and get paperwork notarized, he was like a medium or a large. Like that's how much weight he had lost.
So what did he do?
From whatever illness he was going through. And then he didn't have any source of income. So he signs the paperwork.
Yeah, he on his page giving out relationship advice.
At some point, he speaks to someone who tells him she had no right to kick him out. Mm-hmm. So he's telling her he's going to come back. She talks to a chief of police, and they say if he comes there, let us know and we'll arrest him because he has an open warrant. So he comes to her house. They lock him up. She gets his car repossessed because he wasn't paying it. She moves. She sells his Jordans.
So she turned nasty.
She sells his Jordans. Mm-hmm. She sells his wrestling WWE or WWF belts, and she sells his watch collection. Yeah. He had been paying all of it. Yes, he was a pathological liar. Yes, he was a cheater. But for the year and a half they worked together, he had been paying all of the bills. Mm-hmm. So she was able to save her money. So once they separated, she moved into a better home. She had a better job. She was able to furnish the house.
Did they ever buy a house?
No.
So if you were saving up all this money, why you ain't buy a house under your loan?
I believe her credit might not have been the best because if you listen to her story, she keeps talking about him needing to show proof of funds and him needing to show. So
she was relying on him for everything.
Yeah, as far as buying the house, she always talks about him. So maybe her credit score wasn't the best. Okay. But basically, she got his car repossessed. So when he got out of jail, which they learned that he was arrested. He was falsely arrested because the warrant had expired. All he got out of jail with, all he had left was the clothes on his back and what he had in his pockets. Okay. He didn't have anything else because she had his car repossessed. She sold all his stuff. So I'm like, I would have given it back to him to sell so he could have something. Because although I don't want you, although I'm done with you, I would want the best for you. Yeah. Like move on and I want the best for you. But she was so busy trying to show how she vindicated herself. To me, she made me show I felt empathy for him. So I was just like, in my life, do I show empathy to people who don't deserve it? Like that's what I thought about. You know,
well, I feel like, but I mean, we all deserve it. You don't want to level like, yeah, we all deserve it, right? But at the same time, it is one of those things where it's like, just because somebody has done something to you wrong, or you may feel wrong in a way, doesn't give you the right for you to be nasty.
Right. You know because most of these
because she knew.
Most of these, like is a TV show called Dear John.
I'm gonna watch that.
Yes, it's a documentary. I'm sorry. Documentary called Dear John. It's a documentary called
The Swindler Trindler.
That it's one called Bad Vegan. In all of these documentaries, the guys have ruined these women's credits, ruined their reputations, ruined their life savings. She did not lose anything from this relationship for him. She was able to say she had a husband. He was able to make her feel special.
And she said she was relieved that she ain't had to pay no bills.
She didn't have to pay any bills.
Now who don't want that?
He was doting on her. I want you in a BMW. I don't want you in this Nissan. He did buy her a car. He brought her shoes. He brought her bags. So like she didn't necessarily lose anything. He cheated. He betrayed her trust. That does something to a person. So I am not invalidating that. But I kind of felt a little empathy for him. I really did.
Because she just turned into a total bitch.
Not necessarily about, I don't agree with how she handled him in the end. To me, the best revenge is no revenge. Walk away and be fucking happy. And then you get to watch me be happy. And you know how great of a person I was to you. And you can't benefit from how great I was anymore. That's the best revenge.
Well, that's also because they also say that, it's also just because somebody treats you a certain way and then you decide to treat them a certain way. It's like, well, are you really being you? Because if you like, that's like if you being with somebody, right? And you like, well, I'm gonna do this. This is who I am. I do all these things, and they aren't doing what you feel like you want them to do, right? And then you begin to maybe withhold sex, stop cooking dinner, or things like that. No longer caring about their day. It's like, well, then is that really who you are? Because you are going to be you, regardless of how somebody is treating you. Yes. So that's another thing. If you are able to alter who you are based upon how somebody's treating you, then that's not really who you are.
Right. And I think Candace kept on saying, because he said she cheated. She was cheating with Bradley or some shit like that. I look crazy.
My thing is this. Ho, if you believed him about getting you a car and was...
He did get her a car, though.
I'm about the BMW part.
Yeah.
If you believed he was getting you a BMW and you believed him about another house and you believed him about your ex coming, even though you saw that that was not true, why can't I believe him when he said you cheated?
Okay, and let's be one to believe the craziest shit.
I'm sorry.
I hate what she chooses to believe.
I'm
specifically talking about Blueface said that all
sex no, I don't get to believe it.
Because I hate when you do that.
Okay, so this
a person can say something and she chooses to believe certain shit, and I hate it.
I choose to
with no proof.
I choose to believe over it.
You choose to believe a pathological liar?
Because listen, she chose to hold on.
She did not choose to believe him.
Why
she chose to excuse his behavior.
Hold on.
Are you a Reesa Tessa?
Oh, you
a Reesa fucking Tessa? So you a Reesa fucking Teesa? Okay.
Listen, y'all hear that?
I
Listen.
know, Judge.
Why is it? Answer this question. Why is it that Reesa Tessa can choose to overlook the behavior after knowing this man lied, but I can't choose to look at the fact that he might be telling the truth that she freaking cheated on him?
She said the same thing about his 2 ex-wives before.
Oh, and that makes
sense. Listen, Candace said she felt like something must have happened, that this was the final straw for her to want to kick him out.
Let's see. Well, hey, Angela.
She knew he was lying.
But who leaves that man because he's lying? Okay.
Especially when he's good to her and pays the bills. Right. She was benefiting. Women stay with men who don't pay money. Okay.
Drive their car and let's talk about it.
Listen.
Let's talk about it.
But what Candace was saying is that she feels like the demise of their relationship, something happened. And that's something that happened. That's what she said earlier. Like, no, I feel like something happened. I feel like you said that earlier.
No, wait a minute. I said what?
Oh my God, bro. She literally was like, something happened. You said you feel like something happened. You thought that something was, no, she cheated, and that's what broke them up officially.
I never said that.
You said you feel like something happened.
I said I feel like something happened in order for her to now want to say 2 years later, I want to talk about what happened.
Oh, that's what I didn't understand the context. You were saying that.
No.
But basically, I feel like she was done with him. She got this job with the government. No, I know. She got this job with the government.
I don't know. I didn't hold all of it.
And these were her words. She was applying for a job that will allow her to move to Cobb County and sustain the life she wanted. She got that fucking job.
She applied to a job that wouldn't allow her to ignore his lies.
She applied to a job that she wouldn't need him no more.
Oh, sorry.
She applied to a job where she wouldn't need him no more.
Okay.
Because she could financially sustain the lifestyle she wanted to sustain without him. And once she got that fucking job, she went digging deeper. She knew she was going to find something because she knows she's dealing with a cheater and a liar. She found that prostitution shit, and that was her way out. That's just something.
Okay, so let's get into how the process goes. Because we all know, because we don't do it either. She ain't just leave without double back and still probably talking to him, still sleeping with him.
Oh, no. He went from a 3X to a goddamn medium. Baby,
she already in the extra large.
I ain't doubling back. You dropping weight like that.
Baby, let me tell you.
What?
Reesa Tessa, what her name?
Reesa
Tessa didn't just cut that dude off after all this because she couldn't even leave the clown after finding out he lied about his whole entire existence. Come on, man. Here you go with that bullshit. We're not about to do this. She didn't. Even a regular person, when you go through things with a dude and you say, I'm done with him, you might double back and cock your legs open.
Depends.
She ain't just got...
Women check out before they leave the relationship.
And that don't mean that she won't check back in if she needs some needs. Like, let's be real. How many times have anybody may have checked back in? Because you know what?
You see your niggas going to prostitute and you doubling back.
He was her husband.
You see your husband messing with a prostitute and you doubling back.
Your husband makes up stories and talk to himself on the phone.
I'm asking you a question. If you see
your husband makes up stuff. Yo, the day you call me and you tell me that he sits on the phone, talks to himself.
She's not talking about me. No. She's talking about Reesa.
himself, and you don't never ever inquire or hear anything, and you caught him, and you sleeping with a prostitute, your husband, because you're married. If your husband is having random conversations with himself, and he has an imaginary friend at the age of fucking 50. Okay, you're gonna believe anything he says.
No, I would not. I would not. You're not answering my damn question. Are you doubling back after you found a man sleeping with a prostitute, whether it's your husband or not?
Well, I mean, I feel like when men cheat, that
are you doubling back? What?
I do.
Oh my God!
Listen, if we together and you sleeping with other people, they prostitutes. Why? Period. Because these hoes ain't supposed to be here, like Tamia said.
But they might be getting lied.
Nobody's supposed to be here. So I feel like you out of line, period. And I have.
Well, do they not know?
And I have continued to do it for cheating before. So
that's not what I'm asking. Would you knowingly double back to a guy who you know is sleeping with a prostitute? I'm asking you a very specific question.
No, I wouldn't knowingly do that.
Okay.
Not knowing
so
she's a prostitute. Because she knew the girl was a prostitute. She knew the girl was a prostitute. She was desperate. She wasn't desperate no more then. She's been desperate the whole relationship. Oh. So you mean to tell me that because you go into something and you're desperate, that takes away your desperateness because
you're not desperate the whole time.
She done overlooked that this man lied about freaking.
I throwing the fucking chips there.
Girl, she done overlooked that this man lied about every freaking thing. And you mean to tell me that you feel like she was no longer desperate? She was still desperate because she ain't leave.
No. Listen, I feel like Teesa was desperate for it to be her turn in the beginning. And she wanted it to work because of how it looked. She didn't want her marriage to fail. At some point, she started to make a decision.
She had never encountered anybody in this man's family.
Yes, she did. She physically met 2 people in his family and talked to like another 2. The other people.
2 ghosts.
So she talked to one brother on the phone. She physically met one brother, but they actually weren't his brothers. Listen. They were friends who were like brothers.
And the fact that she said they were friends like brothers. She said that don't even fucking count because black people claim cousins and all that all the time that ain't cousins. So that don't even count.
But he told them that these were his 2 brothers that his dad had before his mom. But that wasn't true.
You know what? Honestly, if we're being fair, I honestly feel like I don't care what he told her and she decided to believe because she knowingly continued to deal with a liar.
Yes.
So the fact that you choose to want to keep overlooking or whatever she want to call it for her benefit, it does not negate from the fact that you know he's a liar.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't even be trying to have conversations of truth. So I remember one time I was having a conversation with this girl and we were talking about, and she was like, well, how do you, this one guy, right? This was years ago. She was like, well, how do you know that he's not lying or whatever? I said, because when I don't want to know, I don't ask people liable shit. Just like I don't ask liable questions. If I know you're a liar, I'm not asking you something that I know you're going to lie to me about. Right. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Reesa Tessa, what her name is? Reesa Tessa, you know, granted, she's taking the accountability. She's doing all of this. You know, all hell to Mary. You know, she made a come up off of it. I think it is awesome. You know what I'm saying? It works for her and all of that. The accountability, all the things that she's doing. I think that is a good thing for her. Yeah. But that is not going to take away people like myself, like you and others, who have an opinion on it. And I feel like with anything, when people say, well, we can't judge or we can't do this or we can't do this, that's fine. We may all we can't and we shouldn't. But I feel like for entertainment purposes, it's completely okay. Yeah. To really do me and my friend sit and we talking about Reesa Tessa and no, we don't. We talk about real shit. How we gonna get to this coin? You know what I'm saying? But outside of
she
that,
to start selling drinks.
Oh. Right, she's trying to get me to
That's the hell we be talking about.
Yeah, we talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all in all fairness, it's like, yo, I know you enough that if I call you and I would told you what Reesa Tessa is telling everybody, yo, you would call me a fucking fool. You would.
I would ask you questions.
There
I would hope
you
you
go. You would be like, and hope I come to the conclusion.
I would ask her.
See, she's trying to pretty it up.
I would just be like, you're a fucking fool.
Yes, you would, Pebbles.
I would ask you questions.
Yes, you would. You would ask me these questions. And what you would do is you would guide me to be like, bitch, you
That's not the best decision.
Girl, get the fuck out. Well, then I don't want you to be my friend. Because I need the people around me that's going to give it to me like
we're going to get there.
Like, oh, no.
We're going to get there.
I know.
My style of getting there.
But I was like, oh, I'm doing this on that. Like, what you think? I remember that time my cousin was like, you being simple. You being stupid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, thank you. I needed to hear it. Yeah. You are. So it's just one of those things where it's though, you know what I mean? That even in all fairness, we all have done things that wasn't the best decisions. We all have stayed in dysfunctional situations that didn't serve us. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when you decide to put your stuff, we wouldn't know nothing about this woman. When you choose to put your stuff on an open, like I get cussed out every day on the shade room.
Open forum.
I get yelled at all the time. And you know what I do? When I feel like I'm not doing this with you, I copy paste Bible scriptures. So listen, I swear I do this. And it works. Because I copied and I pasted. Somebody was going back and forth with me. I don't know what it was about. And I put different Bible scriptures on there. If you follow me on Instagram, candicoatedsecrets, you should trust me. You see me in the shade room. Because one of my friends be like, girl, you always in the damn shade room comments. Like, you live in them comments. Listen, social media is about being social, right? And then I find a whole bunch of strangers in my stories. Like, you know, but what I'm saying is, I do that, right? And I'm not, certain things I'm not bending, or if I feel like you're taking what I'm saying out of context, you can take what I'm saying out of context. Yeah. But if you keep on going, I find scriptures that go with what you're doing, right? And I copy them and I paste them. I copy them and I paste them. Now, I ain't going to say this. Just try this. You're going to get somebody that's going to keep going back and forth because somebody came back with a Bible scripture. Ooh. And I came back with a Bible scripture upon that Bible scripture. And then they said something. That's where they fucked up at because they said something. And then I came back with another Bible scripture. And needless to say, they stopped. So when I feel like you about to take what I'm saying a whole nother way, or you about to try to turn this into a 45 reply dialogue, I'll post Bible scriptures. Because guess what? In doubt, when you can't do anything else, you put a Bible scripture down, what they say? The enemy will flee. The enemy will flee, baby. So that's what I did. I just went through that. Let me show you. I didn't post a Bible scripture. They bowed out. They bowed out. Hold on, where is it at?
It is going on 2 in the morning.
We're about to go. But look, Lord. So this was was the post. Hold on. So did y'all see where the guy was like, he feel like black people gonna support Donald Trump? Because he's selling shit. Did y'all see that? And I totally understood what this man was saying. Listen, right? Let's see if we can
play. Black people aren't a monolith.
Listen.
This is connecting with.
Hold on. Black people, however, they are very materialistic. Hold on.
Not all black people.
Not all. I'm saying.
Listen. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers.
He's not lying about that.
It's a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool.
And he's not lying about that.
On a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love.
It's something. You're right.
It's something. It's affection. The sneakers.
Okay, so listen. I commented on that. I said, I'm minding my business in the comments. I'm minding my business. I ain't trying to contest nobody. I'm just going off of what he says. I said, well, that's his opinion, and he's entitled to it. However, he ain't lying. Black people are always trying to keep up, especially when it comes to labels and etc. I didn't go into details, so you can assume what you want, right? So this person is a follower of mine. I didn't know that until today. And they said, "What are you grasping at? This might not be this might be the wrong audience for what you're chasing, as liking sneakers and keeping up with the Joneses aren't mutually exclusive." Also said opinion was stated as fact based on his vast knowledge and understanding of Black people. That's what you interpreted, right? From what you saw. So I said, exactly. I said, I'm saying exactly what I said. I'm not chasing anything or caring about the audience commenting on an open forum. Okay. They then said, okay, have a blessed weekend. Yeah, because I'm not about to engage you when everybody is entitled to an opinion. Mm-hmm. So I'm commenting to what he said, not the comments that's in the comments. And no, granted, yes, we do buy stuff. We do show up and Gucci, designer, everything for a statement. You know how many Black people I know that said they would buy them shoes?
They're not cute shoes. I mean, it's subjective. Yeah, but they're not good looking shoes.
I'm not spending all that on tennis anyway. But you know what I'm saying? How many people say there are some Black people who will buy them? You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing with that was just some outlook of it may not be the Trump shoe, but when I was speaking, it was like we will buy some stuff just because we will drop 400. Come on, you got people who don't pay their bills to go on trips. So to me, when I hear him talking, when I hear him speaking, when he was talking, it was to me what I interpret, because we all have different lenses in what we view things. I understood what he was saying is like, yo, the culture, the tennis, the inner city, whatever, they will cling to this. You have people who I know some people who you can see them, they dripped out of everything, but they credit is some trash. Mm-hmm. Bills ain't even being paid. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we do sometimes, not just us, but people do come from having their priorities screwed up. Mm-hmm. They do. When you sometimes see the other race, you don't even know what they wearing. You know what I'm saying? They hide their stuff. It's not even that. It's like, what you got on? Oh, this is Delafontaine. Who? Delafontaine. You don't even know that it's a Delafontaine. And then we do have people where, so even in our community, we frown upon people who ain't wearing labels. Or we imagine, because to me, like labels and all that in our culture is a indicator that you've made it. You ain't struggling. You getting it. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how we process.
I think he was just perpetuating the stereotypes.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're there.
I think yes, poor Black people do value things because they don't have. They want to look like they have, but people who really have are not worrying about it.
So it didn't take her. Okay, so Anna Love. So you saying that?
I agree.
She's responding to you, Flora. She said, "I agree. She should have had a feeling, but didn't know. Yes, she should have investigated, but didn't. However, it didn't take her 5 years to wake up."
But she did do some investigation.
But what did I have done?
Remember, she said
I feel like she could have went 5 years.
She said,
I feel like her benefit of her reasoning ran out.
Once she was able to financially sustain her life herself, his ass had to go.
Okay.
She knew he was going to hang himself. You know how they say giving people enough rope to hang themselves? Mm-hmm. But I feel like she did some investigation. She didn't share it in chronological order, but if you remember, she said she had ran his background based on the Social Security number that was on their marriage license, and it came up with no history. And she's saying she just was like, oh, well, that must mean he don't have anything. He didn't have any past addresses and things like that.
This is what it looks like when you move somebody in after 2 weeks of knowing them. Right. She knew that man for 15 seconds. Right. And you definitely you get to know a person by spending more and more time with them.
Facts. Because I need to see you when
you're up, you're down.
You're up, you're down, you're sad, you're broke, you're depressed. I need to see all of that.
Yeah.
All of that before I'm comfortable having you in such an intimate space for me. There's no way she saw that in 2 weeks. Partying.
That's TV.
I'm sleepy.
Well, we're about to get out of here because Pebbles is sleeping. Y'all know I could do this all night. She's sleepy. She's a snussy. But you know what? Overall, with this, I hope that it got to like let you guys into the world. You got to. I highly recommend you if you just joined, you rewind it because it got real. What'd you say?
Yeah.
It went somewhere it wasn't able to go, but this is what it looks like when I have conversations with my friends and we don't
always see eye to eye.
We don't always see eye to eye. That doesn't.
I don't think we not see eye to eye.
I don't even because I don't care. I just don't listen. I don't bend, and I feel like just like anything.
I think we might be expressing the same
I don't
things.
bend.
Most of the stuff you don't agree with, I may not agree with either, but I'm understanding.
You say it different. No, but that's not my thing because I built my whole platform off of understanding and being able to see from every side. Okay. So I don't, But
you'll say somebody is wrong for making a bad decision, and I'll say it was just their decision.
No, but I'm saying we all make bad decisions.
Right, but you'll say that's a dumb ass decision, and I'll say listen, it was just their decision.
You'll ask me my opinion,
yeah,
and I'll give you my opinion. Yeah. You don't ask me my higher self opinion of doing it because
I'm gonna start asking her higher
absolutely it definitely because it would be something different, and I've said that all the time that Miss Vibrations is my.
I'm talking to her.
Is my well y'all tried to when I said no. This is not the show for that. But but my thing is with stuff like that too is let's be clear. Let's be clear. I started my platform based off of seeing things from all perspectives. Okay. Because I've said it before, I've been every woman at one point or another.
What you fucking used to.
Okay.
Well,
yes.
My name is
any different. Yeah. You're all that
all
shit. Okay. So sometimes, with that, I don't take it personal, but with sometimes it's like, I'm not going to allow you, not you specifically, but I'm not going to allow you to tell me I'm not seeing something this way. I'm not giving grace. I'm not doing this. Because for me, I've been there, done that, and I understand why people make decisions that they do because I started my platform based upon that. Okay. So, yeah, I definitely take what Erica Badu say. I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shiggity. So I'm not going to ever allow it to be you aren't seeing it this way. I started my platform based off of seeing it that way. So that's why I'm like, go back 5 years because we've been doing it for 6. Go back 5 years. I started my platform on that. When you have a different perspective and you can see things, that is not saying that what anyone else is doing or their choices that they're making, that I'm dismissing that. Mm-hmm. I simply no longer see it through that lens. Okay. So I am not going to respond through that lens. Okay. I am going to respond through the lens of where I am. Okay. And that comes with growth and maturity with myself. So I'm not going to give you when my friends call me or my daughter call me. And, one of my friends was talking about it this morning. My daughter will call me. She out here in the street. She getting it in with the best of them. I mean, she like I'm up. Straight up. Ain't no itch in her blood. You understand? And she out here was once upon a time, she out here, she fighting it. I mean, she fighting. She going, and chicks were trying to come. I thank God that they never came to my house. Not this one, but back then, because I don't play them house games. Because you come to my house, it's on like hot butter and popcorn. Yeah. That's just what it is, right? I'm coming out, bleach, mace, scissors, knives. You ain't leaving. Right. No, real stuff. You ain't leaving. You come to my house, right? So when she was home, I'm being very candid, okay?
Not bleach and mace.
Listen, come on, stop. You know. You've been my friend for how long? So I'm just saying, like, that's just what it is. So when my daughter was doing what she was doing back then and fighting and stuff, and she's coming and she's doing all of these things, I didn't get down in the mud with her out there. Like, yeah, go get your mother. Go get your this. Mm-hmm. I was a mother. Mm-hmm. No, you too cute for that. No, she hates it. We're calling the police. I was never a candidate of calling the police on people. I was never a candidate. I remember being young and I would be out here fighting, and my mother, because she was a sergeant, when my mother found out, my mother always wanted to call the police. And when she would call the police, I would always interpret that as she was being a fucking punk. I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? Right. I will always interpret it like, you about to have me looking like I'm scared. I ain't scared of these hoes. One of your good girlfriends, one of them. Okay? Beat the brakes off of them. No, all right, we ain't gonna do that. All right, we're gonna pipe it down. We're gonna pipe it down. But at the end of the day, that's a fact though.
Good night.
That's a fact, right? So what I'm saying is, we're being real. I was a kid.
Cut the show.
No, I was a kid. And if I made the same decisions I made as that 14, 15, 13-year-old child, being a parent and being 30-something years old today, there's something wrong.
Absolutely.
There's something wrong. So with that, I'm like, calling the police. I'm like, listen, now I got my show. I done been in magazines. I'm a best-selling author. You know, my resume is building. I'm telling her, I'm like, we destined to go somewhere. I'm destined to go somewhere. I'm not about to be out here with you fighting these people. Mm. I'm not about to be, especially when the people who you're fighting, mothers watch me. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. So I'm not about to get out here and become this hypocrite, or just because somebody else is having this moment and y'all be, I'm about to get out here and do that and put something on the line. But what I will do is protect us. Yeah. So we're going to file this good police report. We're going to be the victims. Yeah. Let's be okay. Okay. We're going to be the victims here. So that if something does transpire, we are covered. Yeah. And that's something that my mother taught me early on, regardless of what it would do. So like I said, when I come, I'm always coming. Candy Coated Secrets is based off of real life people, real life experiences. Even the bio says, you know, this is where real life people discuss real life events and things that happen. I don't care what celebrities doing. I care about what you're doing. So so with certain things, certain discussions, like this is the key combos and cocktails. We here getting suited and booted. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's a key thing. But on a Wednesday, you get a whole different me. Yeah. I'm all that. But I have a downside, a cool side where I'm like letting you in, see how I interact with people, see how I interact with my friends. I'm being what they would consider, I guess, more vulnerable of letting you see all sides of me, because I don't have a problem with you seeing my growth. You understand? And seeing me grow. So certain things, I'm just not going. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. Doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with the person who may be watching this replay. Some things I'm just not able to see from that lens. That doesn't mean I don't understand it. That just means that I'm not seeing it from that lens because I've grown. I'm not seeing it from that. And I remember one time, all the time, I would call my life coach, my cousin, my baby, and all hell would be breaking loose sometimes. And I just remember her saying to me, and she knew how I was. If you are looking for someone to agree with you and to get down in the mud with you when you are already in the mud and feeling this and wanting to fuss and wanting to go out here and fight and wanting to feel like you want to play this victim. There's been plenty of times we've been on the phone and she was like, I'm going to allow you to be a victim for 2 weeks. Or, you know what? You're sounding like a victim right now. And we talk and we do that. If you are looking for somebody to get in the mud with you and see things where you're seeing them, she always told me, I am not the person you need to call. And that's some real shit. Yeah. That is some real shit. So even when I have some of my friends, because people call me for a lot of advice, regardless of how you may feel, they may feel whatever, if I don't see anything. There's a lot of people who actually call me for my input, which is also a sign for me from God that, like, you ain't that wrong. You ain't that far off, because people look to you for advice, right? So one of my friends was like, one time was like, hey, I'm down. I'm about to woo, 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 woo. And I said, let me call somebody with some sense before I react how I'm about to react. Off the ledge. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. We were on the phone for 3 hours. She even fell asleep in my ear. Fell asleep in my ear. I'm still doing it because I am wanting to be the change in the world I want to see. I want to be for people what Laverne was to me. You get what I'm saying? And so, no, if you're looking for somebody to give you some bad advice, if you're looking for some hoorah, tune in the cocktails and combos. I'm going to give you the hoorah. But the day you feel like you want some sense, you want to listen, tune in on Wednesdays. Tune in on Wednesdays. And I mean, I'm just saying, I'm growing and I'm changing. I'm doing all these things. A lot of the things, you know, with the whole metaphysics world, with the classes and the schools that I am, like, a lot of people don't know, like, I attend, like, different, like, ministry schools. So it's just, like, I don't share everything with everybody. I'm hella gifted. And remember, I told you I wanted to start, like, really embracing that. I'm very gifted with a lot of things. So it's just, like, we all have different things that we're praying for. You don't know my prayers. So if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you, look, I know that this works, I only bring things here when I've already done it. Yes, we will have different paths of finding ourselves and our different stories. I totally get that. I'm not negating from that. But the rules and the tools do not change. The tools do not change. The people change. And that was why I said I didn't really want to get into the details earlier, because no, you're not going to find it the way I found it. This person, like my daughter's not going to find it the way I found it. But guess what? Those same tools apply for every single last one of us. It's about you doing the work and you wanting to do it, researching it and learning it and doing it yourself. So that's my whole point. So no, you know, your journey may look different from mine and all of that, but those same tools exist. And those tools apply to everybody because the man upstairs made them already to apply to everybody. That's my point. So I'm not going to come from different. You want to get a down here response? Don't call me. Don't call me. But you want to get an up here response of like this? Hey, give you the tools and techniques. I ain't asked you to use them. You're going to get a different me. So
I'm sleepy.
That's what I'm saying. She's sleepy. I'm about to finish drinking. Put me another one.
You're not done.
First of all, I'm working. I'm literally working.
Oh, okay.
I'm on call all night long.
Oh my God.
Yeah, girl. That's what I was saying. That's why you see me over here checking these things. Yeah, you didn't mess up my thing all night. Yeah. But I want to say thank you to you guys tuning in. We are now at 783 subscribers. Okay. That's why I was talking extra loud because of the mic. We are at 783 subscribers. I am now like 219 people away from my goal. So please subscribe to the channel. If you are on Facebook, I see you guys on Facebook. I see you guys on YouTube. Shout outs to YouTube who showed up tonight. Samara, Anna, Floron, like everybody who showed up on YouTube, even those who showed up and didn't comment. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate every single last one of y'all. And just continue to be here and tune in on Wednesdays. This is Combos and Cocktails. I'm coming together. Well, you knew you were sleepy 2 minutes ago, so you should have got up and left. Don't be a Reesa Tessa.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah. And let you guys know that we're here and we're doing things. So thank you. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Tune in, turn your notifications on. So that way you'll know what's going on. And I will see you guys later. Bye.